So ITX cases, okay, well, ITX means small form factor, and tiny cases are, well, it's really good for those who have a small desk, somewhat like this, and they have small space and they really want a beefy system in that small space. But these particular cases are really not gaining the popularity in India, because everybody wants the bigger is better concept wala thing. Now Cooler Master was doing this for quite some time, but there are ITX cases, which is the CMH, it's not H, the CM Elite 110 or the CM Elite 130, which are ITX cases in the sense, but I mean look wise, and they did not really gain that much popularity. Cooler Master went back to the drawing board, it listened to the feedback of the people, and it gave us the Cooler Master NR200 and NR200P series SFF ITX cases, which comes from the family of the NR series, like their NR400 and the NR600, etc. That they followed that design principle, and they gave us this little beauty. Now this NR200P, which we have in the white version, comes with the side mesh panel cover, as well as you get the tempered glass and the PCI riser cable, so that you can mount your GPU vertically if you want to show off how pretty your GPU is. Well, wouldn't anyone? But however, yes, sadly, the Indian model that's going to probably come soon is only going to come with the mesh panel and not with the tempered glass, probably later on, but as of now it's going to come with the mesh. Now talking more about this case is in volume 18 liters, and it's pretty much like, it kind of looks like the Ghost S1 on the exterior. It kind of have that resemblance, but on the interior side it pretty much feels like the N-Case M1. So that is something which it's pretty interesting, like they kind of give this particular case, which is like expandable and openable from all sides, like top, side, bottom and front, and to give you a complete access, as well as this case is a budget case, guys. I mean it's unbelievable. It's going to be priced somewhere around 7,000 to 8,000 Indian rupees, and wow, that's really awesome, because most of the cases in this particular segment are pretty expensive. However, the only thing that is there, the take back of this case, is that you have to have an SFX power supply, which you get the dedicated cage for that, and I think Cooler Master is also getting those pretty much same. So it's in 650 or 750 watts. So I think like this kind of a system can pack a really good powerful machine. Now coming to the powerful machine of things, what can you fit in this? You can fit a mini ITX board, and you can fit in a full size 3-slot, yes I said it, 3-slot graphics card with a higher length of 350 mm, I think, yeah, 350 mm. And you can also fit a 3000 series graphics card in this, guys. So I'm pretty much excited about that as well. Now coming to the things of the case, the NR200 black version, it comes with the 90 mm fan at the rear for exhaust, while the NR200P version, which is also available in black and white, but the P version you get with the tempered glass and the PCI riser cable, like I told before, as well as you get 2 additional fans for exhaust from the top, or you can also fit it on the sides or at the bottom as well. More features on the case. The case has a nice beautiful minimalistic flat front. It has 2 USB ports on the top, as well as it has a combo audio jack, so that's just 1 pin that is required over there, and a small tiny reset switch. And the top side is completely meshed for air exhaust, which is kind of nice, and it has that NR200 look feel to it, a little bit of gray look to the accent to the white case, and in the black one it's pretty much all black. It has mesh on this left hand side as well as on the right hand side for optimum airflow, as well as on the base, which has the magnetic filter as well. Even on the side panels, the magnetic filter is pretty much simple, but it gets the jobs done. And of course, yes, it has movable SFX power supply cages. So that's like you can mount it on the same plane as the motherboard, or you can also shift it into the front. Not only that, it can house an SFX as well as an SFX-L size power supply. So that's a good thing. It has ample of space for cable management, which I'm pretty happy because I am a cable management nerd. And then now you'll be wondering, what about the hard drives? The hard drives, well, you can fit one hard drive on the power supply cage itself, as well as you can fit two SSDs right in front, on the front side of the case, with the Cooler Master's rubber grommets. So you just basically push in the SSDs and there you have it. Not only that, you can fit a 240mm radiator on the base and liquid cool your CPU. And hey, if you want to go the LCS route, you can do that as well, because you can mount a small tiny pump on the front side where the SSD is, and you can do a custom CPU liquid cooling as well as with your GPU if you are brave enough. Well, what can I say? The best part about this case is that you can remove the side panel, the right side panel, the front panel, the top panel, the bottom panel, so that you, when you're working and you're building into this case, you have complete access all around. And you see this tiny little feet here. Well, yes, if you don't like the look of that, you can always get some 3D printed templates which are available on the Cooler Master website. If you want a little different kind of a design, you can 3D print them, and maybe in a different, whatever color that you like. Now coming to the type of coolers that you can put on in this case for your CPU cooling. In terms of liquid cooling, so I just mentioned that you can put a 240mm and even a 280mm or 140 or 120. But if you want to go the air cooling route, so this particular case can accommodate coolers up to 158mm in height. This may not work out for reputed coolers like the Noctua DH14S, which is like around 2mm more than this, and the Darkrock Pro, which is 1mm more. So you probably may not be able to use those coolers if you're looking for maybe putting in a Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9 or Intel i9 CPU in this small form factor case. But hey, liquid cooling is also there as well. Another speciality about this case is that it has an overall tool-less design structure, which means you can just pop out the panel, well, just like this, and you can do the same for the other side, and you can do the same from the bottom and as well as from the top. Like, you can just push this out, which is pretty neat, and you have your IO cables over here right in the front, which curve here, so you can take it from here or you can take it from here. It's completely modular. I mean, you can even also take out the top panel from here as well. So this also comes out, which is pretty neat, because then you can clean your filters and then just pop them back in. Even it goes for the side panel as well as the bottom panel if you want. So yeah, that's pretty neat. So that's it, guys, about the NR200 and the NR200P from Cooler Master. I really am fascinated and happy with this case, because it's one of the small form factor cases that welcomes airflow with mesh all over, except for the front side that gives it a minimalistic look. But yes, it is a very well thought out case. You can do an LCS, you can do put in a beefy system, you can put an AIO cooler, you can put an air cooler, you can accommodate a really good system into this and a full size graphics card. The only thing is that you need a SFX power supply, but apart from that, this budget case in an ITX form factor is the one to look out for. I'm thoroughly impressed by this case, and I look forward for it to hit the Indian markets. And yes, well, I hope you learned something today, and if you want to know more about this case, you can write to us on the comments below. Click like, share this video, because people need to know how great this case is. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care, stay home, stay safe. watch our videos.